Melissa, Mandubarra Yibi. Welcome to Mandubarra Marumba. Today we're here on the beautiful Bajigal Island. We have the Wanjali, the Jarbin, under the Gari, and today we are part of our surveying. We are here with our partners conducting surveys and monitoring on Bajigal and Bimi Island. So we incorporated the traditional knowledge by engaging with our elders and also with the Mandubarra Land and Sea Rangers. We also refer to our Sea Country cultural mapping document. So that document has identified our cultural indicators, our food resources, our threatened species. That has become the main resource into developing this plan and process. Being able to have the opportunity to come over to the islands, for myself, this is the first time that I've got to experience Bimi. So that connection I've been able to make today is really important. The learnings that we are incorporating into our Mandubarra Rangers work plans as well.
Yeah, so Aestra and Mandubarra have been working really closely to develop the survey sort of guidelines for today to make sure that it incorporates traditional ecological knowledge and Western science as well. And that's been really great because the Mandubarra Rangers have just such an intimate knowledge of their country, of Bajigal, the landscape, the topography, where the wildlife are, how the wildlife are using the area, and the terns in particular. Yeah, so Aestra and Mandubarra are out here today doing some bridled tern nesting habitat surveys. So it's really important that we look at this because seabird nesting habitat is a key value for Bajigal under the Queensland Parks and Wildlife Services values-based management framework. And Bajigal, which is also known as Stevens Island, has a regionally significant population of bridled terns.
We just arrived here on Bimi. It's Sisters Island. One particular thing that we have come across, the yam vine is native, but it's also been used in cultural, in our backgrounds and our cultural things, but does do a lot of damage as well to the rainforest as the consumption of it has, it just smothers the trees and the vegetation in the area as well. So there's a bit of an upsy-dupsy with the what to do with this vine, whether using more cultural methods of removing it or the Western science way of removing it.
And the yam vine, just on the Western science, its common name, they call it winged yam, and its genus is Dioscorea, and the species name is alata. Alata means a wing, and if you can go down here to these leaves, you can see how these stems have got these ridges on them. They're like wing stems. Yeah, so that's the way you identify it. There's a few species, 2 or 3 species of yam, one native one and 2 or 3 that they consider as introduced coming down from the north, from New Guinea and the Pacific Islands. And as Naomi said, as we go through here, we'll see some of the trees that have kind of died back, and you can even see a couple of them up there. And it's possibly because of the vine infestation.
As you can see, this is a oranga palm. This palm is totally protected while it's endangered to a lot of the areas. It's found on the island, but it's on inland too as well. It was used back in the cultural ways to use for materials as in weaving and also beard tips or something like that I think they were using. So there's not very many of them on here because of all the damage and what the vines are doing to the actual palm. This is a big threat to this species. That's why it's important that we look into it a bit further in what we're going to do about this area and the vines and everything that we're dealing with at the moment.
Past three years as a ranger, yeah, we're doing bridled tern monitoring on both islands, Bimi and Bajigal. We come in, we do a count, we set up acoustic monitors with QPWS, do egg counts, chick counts. Today on Bimi, went out to the east side of the island and found some crested terns. We haven't seen it before. It was a good find, and all eggs were, there was thousands everywhere. It was a good find today, yeah.
Today we have been doing a bird survey, specifically on bridled terns and the species and stuff like that. It's good to learn and it's a good experience for me to pick up. And yeah, it was just really good walking around today with the rangers. And yeah, I'm just happy to pick up what I can.
it's such a blessing that Mandubarra does get to look after these islands, because without us taking care of these islands, we don't know what condition that they would be in. It wouldn't be a place where people could go and visit. So it's really great that we get to look after these islands and make it a place that's beautiful and for people to come and visit for many years to come.
The highlights of working with the Reef Authority and Aestra is the information that we're able to get. You know, we get a lot of the Western science perspective on the ecology of these islands. It's good to see how that compares to some of the traditional knowledge as well.
Yeah, so one thing that's been so fantastic about working with the Mandubarra traditional owners out here in Bajigal is just getting a bit of an understanding of how dynamic this system is. The Mandubarra Rangers have been coming here for years. They've seen it through all different seasons and through many different phases, and it's just so fantastic to be able to get some of that knowledge and yeah, really understand how changeable the environment is.
So yeah, we're just here at Stevenson Island. It's one of our protected bird islands. So yeah, not only does it have protected birds, we've actually got a colony of flying fox here, spectacle flying fox. So yeah, we've just been assessing them, going around the diameter, counting them, just kind of trying to link the on ground with the scientists, trying to keep them updated. There's definitely more of them compared to when we first rocked up. So yeah, it's good to see that they've been growing, population's been growing.
Yowal, Bullaba, James Epong here, Mandubarra Ranger on Bajigal Island, doing the tern monitoring and counts. So we've climbed over the island for the last 2 days, recorded lots of stuff here, and this is important to us as traditional owners because we get our cultures through these animals. You know, like if you have a look at how these birds, how they've come together, they do a little dance and initiate with each other to become partners. It's the same thing that we do, and we get that knowledge on how we can do our cultural dances and everything. So it's direct from here. It's not fake or made up. It's straight from what we've been passed down from our elders who look after this area and who are the caretakers of this area. So it's important for us to come here with the young men and young women and show them and pass down what I was taught and what our elders have taught everybody else. But we've always maintained our connection here, and that's why we're here today, to develop something that's going to benefit everyone in the future.